Shalom, shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash, and a double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and salutation to the men of the Lord who's pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom to all the sisters who's just sitting back, paying attention, listening, and learning in silence. I say shalom. Well, today I just wanted to get into a lesson. I didn't have a topic. I didn't know what to get into, but um, I figured out that I wanted to just do something about how Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai made us a special people, like a holy people unto himself. He made us separate from the entire nation. He chose us to be his people. And I wanted to get into that. Just a short lesson on that. All right. So, first of all, um, when the Mosai took us out of the land of Egypt, the Mosai Yahweh, he gave us laws, he gave us statutes, commandments, judgments, ordinances. And there's a reason why he gave that to us, you know? But before I do too much talking, let me just jump into some precepts real quick. So I looked up the word peculiar right here in the blue letter, and I got a couple of precepts that came up under that, and I want to read them, right? And this is Exodus 19 and verse 5. It says, "Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then he shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine." So in this precept, the Most High is letting the children of Israel know that if we will keep his covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar people, a peculiar people, a treasure unto him above all people. Now, watch this. Christians always talk about they are a peculiar people. They're a special people unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But this precept right here is letting you know that if you keep his covenant, then you will be a peculiar treasure. So you pork eating Christians, lobster shrimp eating Christians, you know what I'm saying? Talking about I am saved Christians. Nah, man. The Most High ain't dealing with you. You ain't a peculiar people unto the Most High because you willingly go out there and break the covenants of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's what you do. You willingly go out there and do it. So this precept is clearly showing you that this is not for you, right? Now let me get into Deuteronomy 14 and 2. It says, "For thou art a holy people unto the Lord Yahweh, thy power. And the Lord Yahweh hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all nations that are upon the face of the earth." So he made us a chosen people to be a peculiar people unto himself. And like I said earlier, the only way we can be a peculiar people is if we keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. But we know we can't keep the laws perfectly because we are not perfect. We still break the laws, statutes, commandments, judgment of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. But we are trying our best to be commandment keepers, right? We try our best to obey the Sabbath. We try our best to do the laws of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. We don't eat forbidden things. We don't do forbidden things, right? We try our best, right? Let's get into Deuteronomy 26 and 18. And it reads, "And the Lord hath avouched thee this day to be his peculiar people, as he hath promised thee, and that thou shouldest keep all his commandments," right? It says, "For the Lord has chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure." So he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, right? He gave it to us for our sake, right? For us. And as long as we keep those, we are going to be a peculiar treasure unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? And this is Ecclesiastes 2 verse 8. I gathered me also silver and gold, which silver and gold are the children of Israel, and the peculiar treasure of kings, right? And of the provinces. I get me men singers and women singers, and the delight of the sons of men as musical instruments, and that of all sorts, right? Who gave himself for us, right? That he might redeem us. Redeem who? Redemption is only for the Israelite, right? Because we're the ones who went off from the laws, from the covenants, right? It says that he might redeem us from all iniquity and purify unto himself a peculiar people zealous of good works. Like the Most I said, like the scripture says that we have a zeal for a zeal, but not according to knowledge, right? So a zealous of good works, right? It says, and purify unto himself a peculiar people, right? Which is us, of course, a zealous of good works. And then we're going to First Peter 2 and 9. It says, but he are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, an holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. And this precept right here goes into the elect, right? Because the elect are the ones who woke up and came out of that darkness and is now living in that marvelous light. Because the elect are the ones who are pushing the word, the truth, the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding throughout the four corners of the earth. Day in through the unicorn, day out through the unicorn, on the highways and the byways, man. Right? So this right here is letting you know that the elect have been chosen. The elect are the peculiar people, because the elect are the ones who's going to rise up in the end and keep the commandments to the best of their ability and teach this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding throughout the four corners of the earth. Right? The elect are the ones who's going to be doing these things. Right? I want to get into Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It says, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So we are these special people. We are the ones who the Most High Yahweh has chosen to be his people from day one. It was ordained. It was prophesied. Right? And I'm going to just jump into this real quick. The reason why Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai gave us the laws, statutes, and commandments when we came out of Egypt was because the Egyptians were doing pure dirtiness, man. The way they were living was not conducive to our lifestyle, right? I want to just jump into a precept real quick. Okay, let me see what I get here. Exodus 14. Let me jump into the KJV. No, that's not it. 1 second. All right, this is it. Leviticus 18 and 3. So this is Leviticus 18 and 3. It says, after the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein he dwelt, ye shall not do. So Yahweh is letting you know that how the Egyptians lived in their land, you should not do. Because the Egyptians used to do sodomy, sleep with animals, eat every and anything, orgies. Like their lifestyle was not conducive for us, right? So the Mosai is letting us know that after the land of Egypt where we dwelt, ye shall not do. So don't do as the Egyptians did. And in today's day, like today's time, we are living in modern day Egypt, right? And today's day, we see the wickedness, we see the sodomy, we see the eating of all different sides of abominable creatures. We see homophobic behaviors, we see pedophilia, we see incest, like all the things that used to happen in ancient Egypt is happening in these modern day Egypt. So the laws, statutes, and commandments are still in effect. They are still in effect, right? Because if they weren't in effect, we would be a lawless people. And if we're a lawless people, that means we wouldn't be separate from the other nations. We wouldn't be a peculiar people, as the Most High said, right? So the laws, statutes, and commandments are still in effect at this time. They are still in effect, right? And it reads, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whether I bring you, shall he not do, neither shall he walk in their ordinances. So even going into the land of the Canaanites, Yahweh is telling us don't do as they are doing, because they used to do the same things as the Egyptians did, because again, they were lawless. They didn't have anything to govern them. They just did what they wanted to do. They eat all sorts of abominable things, right? They had sex with the same sex, right? They were into pedophilia. They were into all sorts of wickedness. They were into witchcraft. So the Most High was warning us not to do as they did. But what did we do as the children of Israel, as the peculiar people, as the special people? We went into their land and we did the same things. We worship their gods, right? We ate the same things that they were eating, right? Everything that they used to do, everything that they were doing, we were doing the same things. So now when people look at us and them, they were like, well, there's no difference between an Israelite and a heathen, because we both were living and doing the same things. Nothing made us separate, because the thing that was supposed to make us separate, we forgot about that. We forgot about the laws. We forgot about the statutes, commandments, judgments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? And because we forgot about that, we were now living lawlessly, right? As the Canaanites did, right? And that's what we weren't supposed to do, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai warned us not to do that. So you bug out Christians are talking about the laws are done away with. The laws are not done away with. The laws are still in effect. I mean, the law is not going to save us. The law won't save us, right? But that does not mean we're supposed to go around and just break the laws without regard, right? Yahweh Shai came and died for our sakes, right? So that our sins may be forgiven, right? What is the meaning of sin? Sin is a transgression of the law. So if the sin was done away with if the sins are done away with when Yahweh Shai came, that means we should be living in a lawless society, a society that's not governed by anything. We could now go out there and have homophobic relationships. We could be into pedophilia. We could worship other gods. We could be in witchcraft, eat whatever we want to eat, because again, the laws are done away with. So there's no more sin, right? That's nonsense, man. The laws are still in effect. Like I said, the law is not going to save us. We're saved by grace through Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, right? Through Yahushai we are saved, right? He's the mediator between us and Yahweh, because Yahweh had cut us off. He doesn't want to deal with us. So we can't talk to Yahweh directly anymore. We can't. What we have to do, we have to go through Yahushai. Right? So what the Israelites used to do back in the days, they used to prepare a bird, a dove, right? Or a sheep or a lamb for a sacrifice. And they would purposely go out there and sin. And then come back and do what? Ask for forgiveness. Right? So the Most High said, yo, I'm not dealing with you guys anymore, because you guys are wicked. So if you guys now thinking that you're going out there and sinning and then you're going to ask Yahweh Shai for forgiveness, he's not going to just forget about you, because you're pretty much putting Yahweh Shai back on the cross every time you purposely commit a sin. You're putting him back on the cross again, asking for forgiveness, knowing that what you're doing is wrong, right? So again, the laws are not done away with. The laws are still in effect. But the laws is not going to save us. But the law is what made us a special people, a peculiar people, a righteous nation. That's what made us the apple of the Most High's eye. right? So again, stop living lawlessly. Come back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Practice the commandments to the best of your ability, right? And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rokakodash, and a double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the men of the Lord who's pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth. And again, Shalom.